If it's wet, you better take cover. Don't take it. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Hold your guns, 'cause she's a ticking time bomb.
As far as I'm concerned, music is music. I don't look at it as rock, R&B, all that kind of stuff. I just look at it as music, you know. But I feel sorry for anybody who only listens to one form of music.
Unsigned, you're listening to the Freeza Block Show. Local, milehigh.underground.com. Unsigned, local artists, unsigned artists. Music you may have never heard before. Music you'll want to hear again. All right here on the Freeza Block Show.
Welcome in. It is the Freeza Block Show, milehigh.underground.com. So very happy to have everybody listening in and alongside. We are so stoked to have the Cyanidols in the studio, man. Give you guys a little bit of an applause. And thank you guys again so much for coming on in, man. Again, say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah, and we got to get names. I never got names. I got a pen, but I didn't get names. How about that, huh? All right. Well, hold on. I think I got to unmute you. There we go. That helps out. All right, Chris. That's right. Chris, the eye candy. And then on bass, Angela. You know what? I'm so stupid. I'm sitting there looking at the frets too. I'm like, well, how many? Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. And on drums, unmistakably drums. Oscar, man. All right. And on bass. And show that beautiful bass too. Let's go ahead and pump that up and get going with that.
Texas Toast custom built guitar. Texas Toast right here in Arvada.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. So that was custom done, right?
Custom made,
Yeah. But I never got your name.
My name's Sonia.
Okay. Tanya?
Sonia.
Sonia. All right. All right,
Tanya.
I should have known all this stuff before we got going. I mean, we're hanging out for an hour and stuff, you know.
Good thing to know, yeah.
It's all good. They are Cyanidols, man, and they are a really kick-ass band. I saw them at the Skylark a couple months ago, and they just knocked the roof right off the place, man. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, shouts out to John Kuntz again for being who he was. And again, man, well, that was a great show, man. And I saw a lot of great bands there. Saw Meet the Giant there, and they came in. And, man, we just had a blast over there, and it was a great weekend, man. So tell us a little bit, the folks out there that have never heard of Cyanidols before, what kind of music they expect to be hearing today, what kind of band are you, what you're all about?
I think we come from a myriad of backgrounds.
Diverse background.
We're all veterans.
But we all like really high energy music that's melodic, so kind of think of ourselves as a punk band. But we have a lot of melody and a lot of singers and two guys and a lot of genders, and
yeah, I like that.
We have a really good time. Everyone brings something special to it.
That's pretty cool, man. How did you guys get to meet each other? Were you guys old friends, or
I think we've played together in various incarnations of bands in Denver, and I was actually in semi-retirement. Hadn't had a band for a little while, and Chris happened to message me one day. He's like, I've been getting together with Angela and Oscar.
I was like, what are you doing? You should be playing.
You should come and jam. We're just having fun playing some covers and stuff. And I was like, okay. Like, he just caught me at the right time.
It just happened. That's cool.
It's all about timing,
Sometimes it is, man.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes it actually is, man.
I had this idea of starting a band so I could play a stand-up drum kit.
Yeah.
Like the guy from Jellyfish, Andy Sturmer. And Chris and I were knocking around the idea, and then we added Angela, and we thought, this is going to get louder. And then we added Sonia, and
it got really loud.
I wasn't going to watch.
What are you saying?
Awesome. Speaking of really loud, let's get right into the music, man. We've got a lot of great music to play today, a lot of good stuff. Cyanidols in the studio, in the Freeza Block. We have Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia, and they're here to rock it right on out. It is Cyanidols. Tell us what you guys are going to play and
the song is
what it
called
might be.
Let Go by a legendary Stiff Records band from back east called
Dirty Looks from Staten Island, not the hair band from LA.
All right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
All right,
Except everything.
Take it away, Angela.
Okay.
Take a look around, there ain't nothing down. Can't you get that before? All you need get before. Go to rock and roll until the best draw. I know what you really need. Let go. All you gotta do, let go. Let go. Let go. All you gotta do, let go. Let go. Let go. Take me to see you, well, it's gonna be. Take a watch, you don't know what to do. What you doing, not to what you doing, not to take a look around, there ain't nothing down. Can't you keep your local, all you need get before. Go rock and roll until the best. What you really need, all you gotta do, let go, let go, let go. All you gotta do, let go, let go, let take a look around, there ain't nothing down. Keep your head down, all you need get before. Go rock and roll until the best. All you gotta, what you really need, all you gotta do, all you gotta do, let go, let go, let go. All you gotta do, let go, let go.
All right, great stuff. Cyanidols in the Freeza Block on right here on milehighunderground.com. Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. Yes, a lot of power, a lot of passion, and a lot of fun, man. So a little bit of what you might check out if you go and see them live. This is, believe it or not, a stripped down style of what you guys are normally bringing. So and it's loud and fun, but still, you know, I mean, wow, stripped down, right? Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that.
What can't we say? Can we not say?
You say whatever you want.
Well, it's all about the songs. Doesn't matter what the instrumentation is. It's like if it's a good song, we can do it acoustic, do it, you know, loud as hell. Good songs transfer either way.
Yeah, and you know what? And well, how do you guys go about writing the songs? You guys just like somebody comes up with a riff, or somebody has a sheet of lyrics, or does it go both ways?
Well, we kind of started playing like odd covers that we liked from obscure favorite bands, and then we all write a little differently. I think we come in with riffs and ideas and skeletons, and then we sort of cyanidal it.
Or sometimes they're more fleshed out, but
Yeah.
we still hammer it all together. It sounds completely different than how you pictured it.
What do you mean by cyanidal it? You just
Well,
what does
think-
that kind of what does that mean?
That means grit it up, you know. Get a
Well,
little
no,
grit
I mean,
going.
I think we get some of Angela's lovely guitar work, and
Yeah.
we get all of us singing somehow. We can utilize that. We all sing. I don't
And you know, when we do a cover, we could try to do it exactly like that band, and it would never sound that way because it's us. You know, we bring something else to it. You know, and that's kind of what we rely on. You know, just cyanidal it up. You know?
That's it. That's cool, man. And again, the name Cyanidols. Wow, that's a cool name. I mean, everybody that they don't even hear your music. They're like, oh, that's got to be good. Who came up with that? How'd you guys kind of
That's interesting.
do that? Was that just
Again, we
a
started
drinking
throwing-
party or something?
We went through like 125 names.
easily.
It was totally freeform. It wasn't like we had to mull over, oh, should we call ourselves that? We were just like, bam, bam.
We made a
bam,
master
bam,
list.
bam.
Yeah, we made a master
Some of them
list.
were jokes, like my favorite was Benihana Madonna, but they didn't like it. But
Yeah.
we had a lot of really good ones
He's
and
still-
a
there's
lot of funny ones.
really
You know
good
what?
ones.
Chris still doesn't like that.
And,
I can see it in his face.
there was Clown Car Fire.
Oh, I love that
was
one.
good.
Yeah, I'm going to write that one
That
down.
almost made it.
All right, yeah. Hey, and everybody, again, for the folks that are listening and watching, the Cyanidols fans for the first time, go ahead and break it on out. That bell is for a hit or a shot. It doesn't necessarily have to be weed or alcohol, but just a little bit of something that gets you right on through
Yeah.
the rest of the interview. For the
Soda
folks playing
water,
at home
whiskey.
only, for the folks playing at home
There's
only.
like over here.
Yeah.
And when we make a good point, which, hey, that comes up once in a while.
Thursday night's not a good whiskey night because we're grown-ups.
That would ruin his Friday drinking
Yeah,
night.
It's like, good night.
Yeah, they're gonna be too
You
hungover.
got to have a schedule. You have to have a schedule. You have to keep on pace, man, that's for sure. You guys got a lot more songs, man. Let's just keep on rolling with some of that good music. And we'll just do one more, and then we'll do a little more talking, and then we'll play some of that pre-recorded
What
stuff
are we
you
doing?
guys have out. Good
Another
stuff. Tell us what it is, and
This song's called Another Girl, Another Planet. It's by a band called The Only Ones. It's been covered a lot. So it's a combination of the Replacements and Blink 182 version, but here you go.
Great stuff. Cyanidols, Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. Great stuff, you guys, man. Wow. I don't know. We're probably have. I don't know how it's going to sound. It sounds pretty good to me, but you know, I think some of them vocals are a little bit light, but that's all right. But hey, man, that was really good stuff, man. And you guys do. You don't do too many cover songs, or you do a lot of cover songs, or you know.
About, I mean, at this point, we're about half and half. We started out doing a lot of cover songs, and
just to kind of ramp it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
It's
and
kinda,
we all picked our own, so it was kind of cool. We all brought different sounds.
yeah, random things.
yeah.
But right now, I mean, we're writing a lot. We have a show on the 30th, September 30th at Three Kings, and actually, they were going to play two brand new songs.
Yeah, we should work on this.
Yeah, we should probably finish that.
What date is that again? September 30th?
September 30th, Three Kings, yeah.
And we'll be playing with TV Generation, the Lollygags, us, and Meet the Giant.
Yeah, Meet the Giant.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Make sure to check them out.
Yeah.
Three Kings, September 30th. They're going to blow the roof off the place just like they did here.
And I think it's only like $4 because we kept the cover low because we want everybody to come. You know, want to just make a big, great rock show and
Have fun.
Let's talk a little bit about your rock shows, your preparation for all that stuff, and what you guys do for your rock. If there's, you know, you guys do rituals or anything like that before you know. I mean, you
I
know.
light a candle.
Yeah, you never know.
Other than whiskey,
again,
I can't
back to the
really
whiskey.
think
Yeah, other than
We all love whiskey, though.
Okay.
Honey
Coming
whiskey,
back to
actually.
For our voices.
For our voices.
Yeah, just to clear out the. Yes, thank you. Thank
Clear
you.
out the cobwebs.
So that's pretty much it. You
yeah.
guys do a shot and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
do a shot.
Well, you know, what about your you know, your visual preparation? You guys have a light show or anything like that, or going, or do you guys like
Visual
dress
kind of
up?
comes
Or,
from playing at Rocket Space. We have a really
Yeah.
great studio at South Broadway. It's actually a stage room.
right.
And the cool thing about it is because we do so many vocals, we can get a nice room sound. We can work on the vocals that way.
Yep.
And that's kind of like, I think all of us would agree, that's our favorite time.
We
of the
love
week.
Rocket
get
Space.
4 hours
Yeah.
on
Love
Sundays.
We
for
love
space.
Rocket Space.
We love us
And
some
there's even
Rocket
a
Space.
stage over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think visually, we don't have any like pyrotechnics, or we don't have a
Not yet.
light person. But
Come to think of it.
Just the eye candy Chris,
we
that's all we
have
got.
the eye candy Chris over here.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing wrong with that.
I think we all like to try and at a show be very high energy and not phone it in.
True.
So
Yeah, I don't know if that's something you can really practice. Like you're never going to have that feeling of being live unless you're live. But I think we all channel what we've done over the years. That's another advantage of being all kind of veterans of the
yeah,
rock
we've all
wars.
played in lots of bands, toured in lots of places. And
And we make mistakes and you wouldn't even know.
Well, how
Because we're
long
pros.
how long has this crew been
professionals.
around as Cyanidols? How long has Cyanidols been?
2 years.
About 2
in
years, yeah.
November.
Yeah.
I think is our anniversary.
So that's cool. Are you guys going to have an anniversary party or anything like that?
Yeah, the Three Kings.
Any excuse.
I'm just
Every Sunday at a Rocket Space is a
I'm
party.
just trying to chum up the waters a little bit.
What's that? Yeah, that would be fun.
It would be really fun.
Yeah, well, you got, oh, there we go. Something in the making right here.
Thanks for the suggestions.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Lots of good
I'm all about,
suggestions.
yeah, I'm all
Excuse
about
the party.
anniversary shows and
Fire.
stuff like that.
And parties.
All right, let's get into a song that you guys have already had done in the studios, and tell us about a little bit about the production, process.
Oh, yeah.
what you
This
guys
was
do and all
recorded
that.
by our friend Gary Germain, Sonia's friend, in his
A
awesome
very talented
Awesome.
musician in his own right.
basement studio, just man cave kind of thing, but
Uh-huh.
it's a cut above. It's a great studio, and he's really fast, and he's a great engineer, a little bit producer thing, and he works really fast. He's like, got it.
Nice.
He's a great guy.
And you guys like having that fifth ear to, kind of tell you sometimes,
at
hey,
times.
no,
Sure.
that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, does that happen once in a while?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
When it doesn't sound good, no.
I think we
That
did.
never happened.
What are you
Kidding?
about?
We did all these songs
That's
in like
supposed to be.
2 takes.
Yeah, we did.
It's just
They
2
were all
takes.
like 2 takes. We did
And then
track the instruments in one night, and the
Mhm.
vocals pretty much.
Yeah.
In the,
Couple more
Yeah.
half nights. And
yeah.
Nice.
You did a
Good
great
stuff.
job. We're really proud of it.
Nice. Cyanidols in the studio. We're going to play a song that they sent. I sent a few of them on over. Some stuff that they've already done, had it in the studio. Go ahead and take your pick out of the 3 that you sent me here, and we'll just get started with it.
How about in keeping with the Let Go theme, we have a song called Let's Go.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's,
this is a-
let's,
Sonia sings lead on that. We all sing lead at different times, as you see, and this is Sonia.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about that when we get on back. But
Tanya.
right before we get to this song, I want to ask you, does it mean anything, or is it just?
Yeah, this song actually is. This is one of the ones that I brought when we all brought those initial covers to the band. This is by a band called the Reducers from New London, Connecticut, my hometown. And
Shouts out to New London.
shouts
New
out to New
London.
London.
Hey,
But probably one of the first live bands I ever saw when I was like 15 or
Okay.
something. And they're and the bass player Steve was a big inspiration to me, and he's passed away. But so it was kind of like an honor, and I asked their permission if we could cover it, and
And you did.
Yeah.
Awesome. This song is called Let Go. It's Cyanidols. Make sure to check them out on the Facebook page and give them a thumb and a like in. And also make sure to go to the Three Kings show on September 30th. This song's called Let Go. Let's go.
Let's go to London, where all the music's good. Let's go to Paris, they got a lot of nice food. Let's go to Munich, and we can check out there. Let's go somewhere, well, let's get out of here. Let's go right away. Let's go real soon. Let's go right away. Let's go right now. Let's go to New York, and read the daily news. Let's go to Florida. Drink some fresh orange juice, let's go to Texas and eat a nice big steak. Let's go somewhere, I want to escape. Let's go right away. Let's go real soon. Let's go right away. Let's go right now. Now! Women and all the 7 seas that come me out. The end of the pyramid, to Bermuda and get a quick salt down to Jamaica. Let's go, Japan. Let's go away. Let's go real soon. Let's go away. Let's go right now. Now. Let's go away. Let's go real soon. Let's go away. Let's go right now. Now.
All right, Cyanidols. The song is called "Let's Go." Let go or let's go.
Let's go. on
Let's
that
go. We have a let go.
one. Dirty folks, just let go.
It's a
Let's
Cyanidols,
go.
not the Cyanidols, but just Cyanidols.
Cyanidols.
And good stuff. Make sure to check them out at Three Kings, September 30th. They're going to rock the house, man. Good stuff, man. So let's talk to you, Angela, real quick, since you're sitting right up front here, and I know you're very uncomfortable being like right up front in the camera like that. But
She looks so
Am I
cool,
like
though.
can you see anyone else anymore?
yeah, we got everybody in the
We're all
picture.
making
We're good.
faces back
But
there.
I just wanted to ask you, you're, I guess, one of the guitarists, lead guitar, I would suppose.
I do play most of the lead
Yeah.
guitar.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you got started doing guitar and all that stuff.
Doing guitar?
Well, just in
Yeah.
music. How you got
Yeah.
when you were a kid, did you
Yeah.
want to do music?
I started playing electric guitar when I was like 15, but then I took a lot of time off, almost probably 15 and 20 years, and didn't get back into it till my mid 30s, and met some people in Denver that I started playing with.
So I
And
mean,
then
you
from there,
like
more and
by
more.
putting it down, you like really put it down.
I didn't really play for a long time. Did
Wow.
other things.
I mean, just trying to get your life together and careers and all that stuff.
True.
But and you're still learning, I guess, huh? So a little bit
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day.
You get better every day.
Angela got out there, and then suddenly everyone's like, Angela, be in our band
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Angela's nice. So she's
How many
like,
bands
sure.
are you in now?
3 bands.
Really?
Three bands, yeah.
Let's promote those a little bit
Oh, yeah.
too. So
Well,
why not?
Well, there's one band called the Blackouts.
Okay, Blackouts.
We'll promote them because we got a show opening for
Blackouts.
Lita Ford actually
No,
at the Fillmore.
no shiz. with the
Yeah.
shiz.
It's an all-female hard rock
Blow her
band.
away.
There we go. Got some applause going.
Yeah, Blackouts.
And who else?
And then there's a band called the Thread.
The Threads or the Dreads?
Just the Thread.
Thread.
The
Thread.
They're both all female bands.
Oh,
Both
kick-ass.
rock.
Is there something to that? I don't usually like to bring up whether somebody's a female or a male or anything like that, because I think if you're a good musician, it doesn't really matter what
Absolutely.
you got down
I don't
between
know.
your
I think
legs.
I come from a really kind of heavy music background. I
Yeah?
was always the only girl playing.
Put that mic over towards you a little bit so we can hear it. Oh, there you
Come on,
go.
Sonia.
Even better.
Here.
Yeah, I was always the
Much
only
better.
girl playing within like a 3 square mile radius. And it was a little difficult. And I think that Denver is really amazing because it's different many, many, many years later, but there is still like some odd things about being a girl who plays. It's weird.
Right.
But I think Denver has amazing ladies who rock.
Well, tell us a
And-
little bit about maybe, I usually, like I said, I don't think, to me, it doesn't
That's-
seem
and
to
that's how it
matter,
should
but
be.
perhaps
should
it
be that
does.
way, yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, what obstacles or maybe advantages do you have?
There's still just something kind of cool about seeing girls that play hard rock.
Right. Oh, hell yeah.
Blackouts,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
fun.
that
Excited
the
to see that.
assumption is that, and I think it's because many women who play come to playing in bands later in life.
True.
Okay.
So all those bands that they first get together with, like your first band, which is inevitably probably pretty terrible, happens in public. Whereas for a lot of like boys who might pick it up when they were in junior high and encouraged to do so, happens in someone's garage that no one ever sees.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
there's like,
There you go.
so the women musicians who come to it later in life probably have the growing pains publicly, whereas and that's not at all overruling rule. I just think that a lot of people assume that if a girl does okay, then it's great, and I think that there's a lot of musicians who who happen to be women who kick some major ass,
True.
especially in this town.
Yeah,
Like-
no doubt. Shouts out to the women in this town for
Yeah.
Like
sure.
the hits, I see the
I
hits
mean,
back there.
oh yeah, you guys. I mean,
Oh,
there's,
so
I,
many.
you know,
My
and I
hits.
almost seem to think that somehow that's kind of like almost the theme here in the Mile High when it comes to the bands. A lot of female-fronted bands. I mean,
The last
you know, but
two bands
not
before
that.
this, I was in both had female.
You see, there you go.
Well,
man.
I think
And
it
there's-
actually, I think Denver is following exactly what you say. If you're playing and you guys, you have friends that you're playing music with and you have a good energy with and you form a band and nobody's thinking like, I
yeah,
think I really want some female.
Yeah.
right,
Right.
exactly.
It's a
It's like
different energy.
how
you
good
know?
you are.
Yeah,
It's still kind of the punk rock
It really is.
energy though, because that opened it up for anybody to play music. Didn't have to be some sort of
Boys
musician
club
or
or.
anything.
right,
And so it just opened it up for everyone, girls and boys included.
girls and boys
But
included.
if you're in a band with girls, there's some words you shouldn't use.
Perhaps
Really?
there's a couple.
What are those?
It all depends on who you're with, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
George
indeed.
Carlin made those words very clear.
We'll just skip right on through that one.
Words get used.
I mean, it's same on air, so you'll have to use your own knowledge.
I don't know.
Cyanidols in the studio, Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. Make sure to check them out at Three Kings. It's going to be really kick-ass. I mean, really kick-ass. A lot of great bands there. Meet the Giant, Lollygags, TV Generation. They will all be there as well. And Three Kings, what a great place to play. I mean, I really
One of
love
my
it.
favorite
First, we're
venues,
gonna
yeah.
give it like 90%.
Yeah, I love it when it gets
maybe
like,
more.
then when it gets really crowded and sweaty in there, man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't like to be in the front, though, because I just don't like to be pushed around.
That's
But,
true.
you know,
Don't worry, I'm usually, if I'm not playing, I'm up front taking video for those people that don't like to be in the pit.
yeah, well,
I'm getting beat up for you.
True.
speaking of video, again, folks, check out their video. You guys talk a little bit about the video, you know, how you had fun doing it, who,
Well,
you know, you
it
guys did it
started
with.
because I do a little videography, and I did a video of a song called "People Know" in an older band, and one I wrote. And my friend Ted posted online. Ted Thacker, well
Okay.
known
Hey,
for
Ted
Bolo
Thacker.
Rex and Veronica. Hi, Ted. And
Yeah.
have a drink, please. And so one day, I guess he decided that he saw my first video and he thought, man, he's used every rollover that iMovie has in one video, which was true, but hey, I was just, learning.
Hey, why not?
And
right?
he put a
Why not?
comment up about how, hey, you used every rollover iMovie, you discovered every rollover that iMovie has. And I was like, oh, crap. And then so he somehow felt guilty about that. And I played that for everything it was worth when he called me and said, hey, I want to do a video for you guys.
Right.
So I said, yeah, you still owe me and us a video. And so he was kind enough to come in, and it was fantastic. We did one day of filming in our room at Rocket Space South, which is a huge stage room. We were able to use the orange wall in the back for green screen.
Right.
And he just did an amazing job. So you
And
can
if
see
any
it
of
on
Ted's
YouTube.
songwriting can rub off on us,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Yeah,
You
there you
he's
go.
a great spiritual influence, even though, we don't cover his songs or anything. He's a super talented
Yeah,
guy.
he's
In
one of the
video
best.
and
He's a
Look
Denver
up to him a lot.
treasure.
Nice, good stuff. And how long did it take you guys? It was,
Pleasure.
and how did it take you a while to do it, or was it just like a performance
it was-
video? I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. Sorry,
Yeah.
so
All we did was film one day,
Yeah,
mostly
we
the
filmed
song.
one day and then he did all the
And
magic.
then he did
It's
everything.
kind of a travel log video, like the old Duran Duran videos,
Okay.
like different places around the world, cut in with us playing.
Without the fedora.
Goes along with the
Yeah.
song, which is wonderful.
We don't
See a
have
video that has something to
phone
do
or
with
anything.
the song. Oh, and we should shout out real quick that Ted is doing the Red Tack. He just had his album release at Syntax, so shout out to Ted.
all right, shouts
And,
out
it was
to
a great
Ted.
show.
Good
So
stuff,
check
man.
out the Red Tack.
Cyanidols in the studio, in the Freeza
Yeah.
Block, playing some live music. It's Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. Again, maybe they were going to be down there at Three Kings. This is a little stripped down type of deal that they're doing here. Angela has stepped to the front, so it
Yeah.
looks like she might do a little bit of singing.
Yeah.
She likes being right up front in the middle, so let's
Let's
let's not keep her waiting any longer. Tell us a little bit about the song you guys are going to play, and let's get this thing rocking.
This song is called Swamp Fire. And it's one of our
Angela
new
wrote it.
songs.
And Angela wrote it. Angela wrote this lovely song.
We wrote this song together. And it's about a person. Okay. Can you hear it? Okay. Okay. It's true. I will get
I'm going to
up
get
there.
right on it in the beginning and back off because I get loud.
True,
Okay.
true. All right. Should we do it?
You should do it.
Ready? Swamp fire.
Cottonmouth Chinese ride. You left your baby at the pawn shop. Things that sting, things that bite, might be the happiest day of your life. Swamp fire. Who knew that water could burn? You're feeling so tired. Could be your limit, might be your last turn. Poison wood, crocodiles, engine smoking on the driver's side. You lay around feeling sick. Let the bottom off every last fire. I knew that water could burn. You're feeling so tired. Could be your limit, might be your last time. Rattlesnakes, sugar pines, something's leaking in the water line. Things that sting, things that bite. Might be the happiest day of your life. Swamp fire. Who knew that water could burn? You're feeling so tired. Could be your limit, might be your last. Swamp fire. Who knew that water could burn? You're feeling so tired. Could be your limit, might be your last turn.
Right, yes, indeed. Cyanidols in the studio right here, live in the Freeza Block. Great, great song. Love it. That is badass. I like it. We could definitely hear the vocals on that one. Woo! Yes, indeed. Tell us a little bit about that, you guys. You guys say you all kind of do vocals, and we've kind of seen that a little bit right now here in front of us. And tell us about why you guys do that, or if it matters.
Harmonies, they happen. There's just I think all of us are, have written enough songs that I mean, when I write a song, I tend to write lyrics and have a basic structure of the song, but I hear 5, 6 vocals, and when you capture the best of those, we've got all the voices we need. So.
And I think we got different dynamic voices too, because I think musically we have a sound with the way we instrument songs, but I think it's great to be diverse, so that all the songs are Cyanidols songs, but none of the songs sound the same.
It never really gets boring. Like if you don't like me singing, just wait. Just like wait a minute, it's gonna be like.
If I frighten you,
just
somebody else you won't like. Somebody else you won't like will be.
That's how it works. That's how it works, and that's the dynamic here. It is Cyanidols, Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. Again, they're going to be at Three Kings with a bunch of other bands, Lollygags, TV Generation, and Meet the Giant. It will be a great show. They're going to all blow the roof off the place, so make sure you come on out. Is that an all-ages show? I don't
think so.
Not really,
now, that's the one you got to keep your brother at home, but bring Grandma. And,
Grandma's old enough.
Then they'll take you. That's right. You got to leave the little brother at home or leave him in the, in the car. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait, kid. So it's all good, man. Again, Cyanidols in the studio, man. Really, really good stuff, man. I like the way that you sing. I just love it. I think it just matches, I like the screaming part too. That
which one?
I didn't say anybody in particular. I said you. Okay, you guys all sing so good.
He did look at you.
Makes an ass out of you.
That's how it happens sometimes. What can I do? I'm going to play another song here that you guys have already had on a pre-record deal. This is called Deaf, Dumb, and Blind, or we could do the other one. It's
Deaf, Dumb, and Blind is good. Oscar wrote this song.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that one and get that going.
Yeah, it's about a relationship. I think it's obvious from the title. Actually, a song I wrote a few years ago, and it was one of those songs that when we all got together, we started using it right away. We learned it, and we always play it last in the set, just because it's pretty banging. So, yeah.
It has a nice big ending. It has sort of a fluid vibe too, and I'm a big fan of fluid.
And you could dance to it.
It has that kind of slinky sound to it.
Awesome. Well, all right, man. It is Cyanidols, Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia. This song is called Deaf, Dumb, and Blind. You're listening to the Freeza Block Show on MileHighUnderground.com.
Trashy loyal girl, I'm in the target of a tempting mixed up world. You could relieve me of this awful testament and the love you best, and the love you best. You don't have to play this ball out. I will take you on your call out. Anything is better than this. Anything is better than deaf, dumb, and blind. I'm on the fence, girl. When it comes to saving grace, you won't be claiming, but it's absent from your face. You could relieve me of this awful emptiness, this selfishness. We don't have to play this ball out. I will take you on your call out. Anything is better than this. Nothing is better than death, dumb, and blind.
Cyanidols in the studio. That song was called Deaf, Dumb, and Blind. Indeed, indeed. Tell us a little bit about where folks can get a hold of this music, where they could find Cyanidols stuff, give you guys a little bit of love and
At our shows.
and all that stuff. Yeah, the shows. We'll promote the shows. We'll do it all, man. We got a lot of stuff coming on for
We've
you
got a
guys.
Reverb page where you can hear the music, or you can connect to it on our Cyanidols Facebook page.
Awesome, great stuff.
Yeah.
And also, you have a band as well, Oscar. So let's promote that a little bit, man. Another band as well, besides Cyanidols.
I wasn't really looking for a second band, but when we started Cyanidols, I have a friend, Jay. He's been around for a while with the Pollution. He's had a few, different members come and go over the years. An established Denver band. Jay was a DC guy. While he was in DC doing the punk scene, I was in San Francisco doing the punk scene. And he asked me just to come out. His drummer left the state, and I came in and played some drums, and it was instantly.
And they wanted you to stay, huh?
Well,
said, come on back, buddy.
Yeah, old punkers. We tend to know the old punkers in the room, and it was like instant communication.
Nice.
So
and plus, you have a drum set.
And he's got a car.
Oh, he's got a car.
That's pretty much it.
That's a double dip right there, Coach. I'm telling you what. All right, man. Indeed, indeed. And of course, Angela, we want to promote your bands as well. Blackouts coming up in, what is that, October?
October 28th, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Excited.
you're opening for a major act there, which is really kick-ass. So I'm
Runaway.
one of the signed bands.
Runaway, Lita Ford and Tom Keeper from Cinderella.
That is going to be a great show. It's probably going to be sold out, so I'm excited about you guys going out and doing that stuff. I mean, how do you get promoted for did you guys do a lot of work to try to get on that bill, or did they search you out? Or
That was kind of someone searched us out.
that's awesome. So there you go, man. Big shouts
a
out
lot of hard work
to the Blackouts and also the Thread.
Yes,
Indeed, indeed.
thanks.
So. Yes, indeed, man. I love it when you guys have other, activities and other stuff, because then those guys can come on in too. So
True.
that's what we're all about, man. All about getting that good music in. And I've heard the Thread is like some kind of like emo electronic type of deal. So it's completely different than what you're doing here right now. I'm just messing with you.
It should be noted that there are no girls.
There are no
in the
girls.
Pollution.
Oh, true, it's all boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's all boys band.
Caveat.
No,
It's an all boys band.
Caviar.
That's all
Oh,
boys band.
fellas, all the time. Good stuff. It is Cyanidols. It is Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia, and they're sweating it right on out here. It's supposed to be the Freeza Block, but it seems like the Sweat Box block today, man.
Sweat block.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good though. We're loving it. It's the end of the summer, and we are kicking it out live, man.
It is the end
great
of the
stuff,
summer.
man. You guys got one more in you
sure.
if you'd like. I mean, I don't know. I hate to push you.
We like to play.
That's good.
We're
That's
tough.
good. I love when girls.
We
say
haven't
that.
done this one in a while. This is actually an old Concrete Blonde song.
Yeah, it's Concrete Blonde.
All right, here we go.
Lots of guys can make me laugh and show me some good times. treat me nice and want me by their side. Lots of people call themselves my friends, and that's alright. You're the only one I let inside. You're the only one who leaves me warm and satisfied. You're the only one who takes me wrong and makes me right. Oh, and if you took your love away, you'd leave me high and dry. 'Cause baby, you're the only one can make me cry. Lots of people talking and they tell me what is right. Lately I just don't know what to do. Well, the only thing that matters is if you're with me at night. Everything's alright when I'm with you. Yeah! You're the only one who leaves me warm and satisfied. You're the only one who takes me on, makes me right. Oh, and if you took your love away, leave me high and dry. 'Cause baby, you're the only one can make me cry. Dry, 'cause baby, you're the only one who can make me cry. You're the only one who can make me cry.
All right. Cyanidols. Make sure you check them out. Indeed, check them out at Three Kings, September 30th. That is gonna be a kick-ass show. It's gonna be far more blown up than what we had here. This is just a little bit of a what they call it, a stripped down version of what you could see down there. So, strip club version, not including the pole. Indeed.
That's like what you don't say. You're not supposed to say.
That's right.
Supposed to say stuff like that.
That's all right, man.
They give me
We're all adults here. We can handle it, right? Can we not, man? Big shouts out, man,
For a lot
to
of stuff.
all of you guys, man. Chris, I wanted to talk to you. We didn't ask you about how you got kind of started a little bit. Let's.
How did I get started
How did
playing
you
music?
like? Yeah. How did you like? What was your interest, man? Did you?
Well, when I was about 14 years old, I realized that my right hand was a lot
It was a
stronger
dark
than my
and
left
stormy
hand.
night.
And I don't know how it happened, but I
a lot of
thought,
practice.
I don't know, but
Are you telling
I
that story
thought-
for real?
I thought I should play rhythm guitar with this beast over here. So I'm a rhythm guitarist, punk guy, and always will. And this is our girl for like the color and melody.
No doubt. And yeah, definitely. Shouts out to all of you guys, Chris, Angela, Oscar, and Sonia for bringing it right
Thank
on.
you, Steve. Thank you, Steve.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to
Thanks,
you.
Steve.
Ring the bell.
We're gonna, yeah, no doubt about it, man. We're gonna play one last one. We're gonna sneak it on in there, man, since we might as well. And you guys, thank you guys so much for playing all the kick-ass music, man. You really, I mean, brought it today, and I appreciate it. I'm sure the folks at home appreciate it. And again, folks, make sure to check them out. They are Cyanidols. Check them out on the Facebook page. That'll take you right to their webpage and all the good stuff that they have for you, and musically and all that good stuff. Give them some love and all that stuff, and make sure to check out that show on September 30th. Man. All right, this song is called 12 O'Clock High. We're going to let it roll, and then we'll come on back and say our goodbyes, man. 12 O'Clock High. It is Cyanidols in the Freeza Block.
Maybe I'll go out tonight. Maybe I'll get drunk. Maybe I'll go down tonight. Maybe I'll get pumped. I can't get too concerned about nobody right now. I'll have to call you back when I figure it out. It's so difficult, oh it's so hard. Heard someone say that's a typical, don't make me start or I'll get away, away, away. Getting by 12 o'clock, I'll be totally booked. Don't try my head tonight or you get it knocked off. It's so difficult, oh it's so hard. Heard someone say that's a typical, don't make me stop or I'll get away, 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 I'll get away. It's so difficult, oh it's so hard. Heard someone say that's a typical, don't make me start or I'll give it away, away, away. Maybe I'll go out tonight. Maybe I'll get drunk. Maybe I'll go down tonight. Maybe I'll grow up. Getting by 12 o'clock, I'll be totally booked. Don't try my head tonight, or you get it knocked off. 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 Knocked off. Knocked off. Knocked off. Knocked off. Yeah, you get it knocked off.
Yes, indeed. Cyanidols, thank you guys so much for coming on in, man. Great stuff. Yes, indeed. Check them out on the Facebook page, on all the social media and all that good stuff, man.
All the social media.
We're very excited.
Except for some of it.
And make sure to check out the show at Three Kings on September 30th, man. It's going to be great, man. We are very excited for all of it. Again, you guys, thank you so much for coming on in, man. We do appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing this.
So much.
I'm just going to kind of tag it in. There we go. That's how I like to do it. And I'll talk a little bit again. Make sure to check us out here on MileHighUnderground.com. It is a Freeza Block show. Mono Verde will be in here this next week, checking it out. So make sure to join us next week. And check me out on RazRadioLive.com this Saturday. Hopefully me and Wayne will get it on together, man. We've been really trying. It's a show for people with no feelings, so make sure to check yourself before you check us out. Indeed. Again, thank you again, Cyanidols. Check them out again on the 30th. They will be there at Three Kings with a bunch of other bands. Make sure to have and be there. Just be there, man. It's going to be so cool, man. And again, you guys, thank you, Cyanidols. We are out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Check me out at Levitt. I'll be there in about, a half hour, man. So make sure to check out the free show at Levitt. It's going to be Megan, Burt, and Shell. Hey, come on out. Have a good time. MileHighUnderground.com, Freeza Block Show. All right, Mile High Underground fans, this is what we call the funnest part of the show. It's the part where I make the band and just come on in here, cut me a promo. I love promos, and they've been instructed on what to do, so let's see if we can pull it off.
Hi, I'm Sonia.
I'm Tonya.
I'm Oscar.
And I'm Angela.
And we are Cyanidols.
And we are melting it down to zero on the Freezer Block Show on Mile High Underground.
All right, let's do that. MileHighUnderground.com part one more time. Let's count it down. 1, 2, 3.
MileHighUnderground.com.
All right, now some of that funky laugh. Awesome. Again, thank you guys so much. Catch you next week. Mono Verde in the house. Now back to some of your regularly scheduled music that you listen for every single week.
The whole world.